We're looking at feral memes today from the Scratching Post Discord. Me trying to mask in a grocery store, day 666. They do not expect a thing. They can tell. They're just letting you be, I think. My big, complex, multi-dimensional thought. When I try to put it into words, it just comes out like completely flat. totally flat. I completely empathise with this because I often find myself, I mean, in my day job off YouTube currently, where I'm having to put systems and ideas together and explain these complicated concepts. I often have like 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 2 minutes, you know. I've got to explain a concept in 30 seconds, go. And then blah, 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 blah. Totally get it. Hey everyone, I'll email you later. I'll email you about an hour. Just give me an hour, I'll send you an email.
You've got mail. Hello, Basil.
That works better for me. I may be cringe, but I'm free. Escape the hive mind, for sure. I have an adult job now, which means I can afford basic necessities like this autism plushie is kind of doing a cute thing. Eyes looking like off to the side. I can't look over there, it's too bright, but like off to the side. I think if it was my autism plushie, it would have shades on, some nice big aviators for sure, and it would also have some AirPods in too. Me, I love learning new things. Me, when it's time to learn anything new that I'm not instantly good at. It does feel sometimes like going down to level 1. So during COVID, I started woodworking and I thought, oh, I'm going to get really into this. This is brilliant. I can work with my hands. And then I'm like, I am not as good at this as I thought I was. It's like going back down to level 1. Maybe a good way of explaining it is kind of like, you've got to do that grind, haven't you, to get good at something. It takes time, that 10,000 hours concept. You've got to put 10,000 hours in to master something. But, you know, once you've done that, you feel like you can do anything. And then you try something and you're not instantly good at it, you're level 1. You've got to go grind. That's a good one. Masking. I'm just a regular human guy. It reminds me of the sketch. I'm not sure what it's from. Is it 30 Rock or something? Where this guy comes up and says, hey, I'm just a normal guy. What's happening, kids? With a skateboard. He obviously doesn't use. I've said this quite often on this channel, which is that your vibe attracts your tribe. It's like an alien, Bigfoot, some ant priest thing, and a ghost, and a small child, and a goblin. This is the, it's the autistic cats. Okay. Society. Autistic people are excruciatingly literal. Society. Let's overinterpret everything autistic people say harder than a high school English teacher overinterprets The Great Gatsby. Oh man. Like English teachers.
Mr. Mellon, how would you characterize The Great Gatsby?
With their overinterpretations of things. What do you think this means? It's nearly as bad as art teachers. What does this landscape mean? What does the cloud mean? Why is it that colour? What does that mean? When it's 8:15 a.m. and I have a 3:30 appointment and you're just like struggling to do stuff for the rest of the day. I have this problem. I've solved it. I'll tell you how in another video. Actually, I'll just tell you now. Basically, I block time and I try doing it like, oh, wait, an hour increment. And then it's only, I need to worry about the thing in the hour. Doesn't work. 2 hour increments, 4 hour increments. Half day works for me. I've got a first half of the day, doesn't necessarily have to be morning. Second half of the day, doesn't have to necessarily be the afternoon. Those are my blocks and I can do one thing in each of those blocks. That's the thing I do in that block. Anything else, bonus. And I will do other things, but today's live stream day. I'll be doing a live stream later. When you are part of a group, but not part of the conversation. And it's just the chair, but no head, or anything else except for arms. At least it's got a whiskey or something going on there. Don't know how he's going to drink it. Just pour it onto the seat, I guess. The cushion. That's really funny. I mean, we all know what this is like, being on the periphery of a group. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're literally on the fence of that group, you know, physically the furthest out sometimes, but you know, sometimes you can be literally in the middle of a group. It's completely ignored, passed over. Very funny. Autism plus ADHD. I hate last minute plans unless they're my last minute plans. Yep. I feel seen. I'm afraid of the Backstreet Boys therapist. Tell me why. we've got a dangerous motorcycle gang, and there's one of these on every motorcycle. That's funny. I want to hug all of them, but I can't. That's crazy. I can't hug every cat as me, I'm afraid. That's a parody, by the way, that eHarmony dating video thing. It's my reality. I was having a pretty decent day until I thought of something I said when I was 30. I know you're supposed to let this stuff go, but occasionally stuff like that will crop up. And kind of with a late adult autism identification, much better word than diagnosis, but you get my drift, it feels doubly impactful, because now you're not just thinking back and going, oh, I really messed up that thing, what if they hate me now? Well, they did hate me because of this. You now look at it through an autistic lens and go, some things there made sense, or I was like that, I had a meltdown or a tantrum because of sensory sensitivities, blah, 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 whatever. It gives you another way to look back on your life and maybe torment yourself with some more thoughts. Was I weird? I feel like I was weird. I was definitely weird. Then again, it was 12 years ago. Like that. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh no, 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 no. It's the car from the video, or very similar. It's all fun and games until the autism police shows up. Oh no, they're gonna take away my T-Rex hands. Oh my goodness me, I'm spreading autism there to police it. You're too much autism for you, no more. I heard the government is putting chips inside of people. I hope I get to read. Nurse, you scored a 25 out of 27 on your mental health questionnaire. Me. So that means I'm good at mental health, right? Crisis counsellor enters room. Beans. There's like a Dark Souls thing going on here, like a Dark Souls vibe. And you got the boss, which is me removing tags from my clothes and plushies. And then Surgeons is like the little character at the bottom. It's like, I wish I was that guy. I wish I was the boss at removing those horrible tags. I just rip them off. Unfortunately, it's usually the demise of the clothing item. The seagulls. Love a good seagull. A girl invites you to her house. Okay. She takes you to her bedroom. Okay. She gets out a new Lego set to build together. That's amazing. Them. I love your energy. Me. Is that why you're training it? I made a video about this, about taking on the vibes of other people or losing your peace. It's linked up above me right now. Haha, high school wasn't so bad, right? Neurodivergent people. I don't know, it looks like bad taxidermy, but it's definitely like a Vietnam scene in the background. I'm sure it wasn't quite as bad as Vietnam, but yeah, we get the gist. When I was 13, I wanted to be popular, so I searched up how to be popular, and it said be a baddie, so I thought that meant being a bad person, so I threw a chair at my teacher. I wonder how many autistic people have literally taken something like that to heart, you know, the kind of like girls like bad guys kind of concept, and kind of acted the role that you've heard, that you perhaps feel like you should be acting. I wonder how much of that goes on. Probably more than we'd like. Girl, come over. Guy, I'm coming over. Girl, we should stop using walkie-talkies in bed, over. I have a ham radio license. I don't know what to say. When people say video games make you violent, but you're too scared to click the rude dialogue option because you don't want to hurt the NPC's feelings. You're gonna see me play like that in Baldur's Gate 3 on a live stream. Child brings up trauma to parents. Parents, that never happened. I don't remember that. I actually thought during my autism assessment preparation that my parents would be very much like, no, that never happened to you, that wasn't. And they actually kind of validated me and said, yeah, you had a really hard time in school and it was really, really crap. And it was like, and you guys did nothing. Thanks. Being called smart because you have a variety of information on different subjects, but in reality it's all surface level intelligence and you don't feel like you're really good at anything. That brings me back down to the earlier meme that we looked at on this level about, you know, basically starting something new and you're super into it, but you're level 1 and you just suck at everything. And this also relates to our spiky skill profiles because, I mean, I think an epithet that people constantly chuck at me is, you're too smart to be so stupid, or something along those lines. You know, I do something completely dumb, people don't get it, and they're like, wow, you're operating like up here, and then all of a sudden, yeah. This is a hydration reminder. How to get a neurodivergent to drink water. Step 1, put the water in a spray bottle. Step 2, give the spray bottle to the neurodivergent. Step 3, watch them never get tired of it. Have you ever done that? Squirt water into your mouth, just like with a water pistol. It's brilliant. Oh gosh. The ADHD walk of shame is when you have to admit to everyone you impulsively told about your new obsession that you're not actually interested in it anymore. If you remember, I mentioned that I started woodworking during COVID. My birthday came up. Nina bought me this really expensive router, which is like a thing to, in fact, I'm not entirely sure what it is. I've never taken it out of the box. It costs a lot of money. She wants me to sell it. I kind of think I'm going to get back into it. What should I do, guys? It's like a brand new Makita cordless router. It's exactly what I wanted. And I've never used it. And it is kind of shameful. I don't know how to explain it. What gives people feelings of power? Money? No. Status? No. Finding my keys? Mm-hmm. When you let someone try your food and they give it back mixed together. That's really bad. It's like, especially if it's like chips and you've got like beans, maybe it's in the UK, right? Oh, mushy peas, like mushy peas. Like what you're supposed to do is like take some off your plate, put it on theirs. But if you just give them your plate and then like, oh right, okay, and then just mash it all together and it's like, oh, thanks for that. That's gross. If you weren't disabled before, you'd be disabled afterwards. Look at those stairs. That's so dangerous. What is that? That's actually got a ramp. It's got that's awful. This is not. I feel like this is like, this is the metaphorical equivalent of neurotypicals designing support measures for autistic people. I'm not joking. Oh, when you're waiting for your favourite person, you finally see them. Oh, you want to like have people in your life that look at you the way that people look at waiters or waitresses carrying the dishes. Not the actual waiter or waitress, obviously, but the food. Too weird to fit in with normal people. Too normal to fit in with weird people. My two personalities, not talking, oversharing. I love the way Netflix has styled these two characters. This is Wednesday from Netflix, and it's a great series. But like it is literally, I mean, it's kind of like emo, and then kind of like, you know, opposite emo. But it kind of feels like ADHD autism going on in there a bit. ADHD people in anyone's home but their own. And his kids just like washing it up and being like super diligent. I feel like that's more like you just, it's that need to kind of like be presentable and just to be respectful, kind of overriding that instinct of just like instant dopamine, sit down now, yeah, little wait. Our neurotypicals see me after I start being myself. It's like, be yourself, not like that. I never make the same mistake twice. I make it 5 or 6 times just to be sure. A budding scientist there. Styrofoam makes the styrofoam sound. You know that? It's the same sound as like rubbing your fingers over a balloon. Me, just a garbled mess down the bottom there. I like cats and coffee and maybe 3 people. And the autistic cats are fine. The autistic cats in the Scratch and Post Discord are great. I'm staying in bed, Snoopy. It's too peoply out there. The perfect t-shirt doesn't exist. Introverted, but willing to discuss cats. Why can't we have parties and groups of people getting together where everybody wears a t-shirt with like a 1-sentence like special interest that they've got, and people can just like find each other? Do you know what I mean? And then just talk, and that'd be great. That'd be great fun. We're talking of parties. When you go outside at a party and see your fellow neurodivergents overstimulated and ready to leave. And it's got these kittens there that are all beefed up and Ghostface is the scariest movie villain because he wants to talk on the phone. Autistic me trying to mask a sensory overload at the grocery store. Use click and collect is much better. Autism feels like being this guy. I mean, he's trying to fit in there, everyone else being the odd one out. It does really feel like that, I will be honest. We'll end with this one, which is a ginger cat with a satchel and a shirt on, and a little caption that says he works for the... This is Jasper. Would Jasper get a job working at the USPS PSPS? Fun little video exploring the feral memes of the channel from our lovely Scratching Post Discord. This is Jasper. I'm not sure what he wants to do. What do you want to do, mate? What do you want to do? Bye.